Hello, my name is Jennifer Lamb and I'll be talking about the importance of visual thinking in technical writing. Images and graphics are an important part of any technical writing. It allows the author to paint a picture in the reader's head on what they're trying to describe and talk about, especially if the reader is reading a topic of something that they're not familiar with or don't have a lot of information on. There are several different tools of visualization that help the author portray what they're trying to describe. One tool is the use of photographs. Photographs give the reader a realistic picture in their head of what they're reading, in case the author does a poor job of describing it in words. Drawings, on the other hand, give the author more control about what they're describing by putting emphasis on certain parts or picture as a whole by using colors, arrows, anything like that. An example is shown in the picture below. As you can see in this picture, the LNG tanker is clearly sectioned off in different columns that clearly identify each different part, such as the tanks, the different natural gas, the engine, and the bridge. And each part is labeled with arrows. This makes it very easy for the reader to identify the parts if they're not familiar with LNG shippers. This is a good way to use multiple drawings in showing the process of steps if the topic is something relating to do with biology or anything like that. For example, in the use of LNG shipping. LNG is liquefied natural gas, and in order to liquefy the natural gas, it takes a variety of different steps. And many people don't know what LNG is and don't know how it's put into the liquefied state. So if the author is writing about that, a great way would be to show step by step how it's done by using multiple drawings, such as the one below. Another way to portray information, especially LNG shipping, is through the use of data. LNG is a growing market, and again, many people don't know about it, and whoever, maybe a petroleum gas company or another shipping company such as Shell, would like to know more about LNG, and they don't want to look through a large 20-page paper, so they would go towards tables that describe the data in different columns and make it easy for them to read and quickly get the facts they need. Graphs would be a great way to display this data through maybe several different time periods in years or months to show how LNG is growing in the market over time, or maybe how it's declining. So the use of these tables and graphs would be a great way for the reader of the technical writing that they're reading, and that would be a great way for them to quickly understand what they're reading, as far as reading numbers instead of having to read out a whole long list. And visualization when dealing with other cultures is important, because if someone's coming over from America and English is not their first language, they usually look to pictures to understand what's going on. And if they're coming to America for business, especially, let's say, for example, LNG shipping, which is a global market, people would like to maybe look at data or look at pictures to understand what the English author is trying to portray in their writing, if they're trying to maybe sell LNG to a foreign entity. So this is an important factor, because the person from the other country would have a better understanding through looking at the pictures if they're not understanding what the author is trying to write about. Visual thinking is very important in LNG shipping, as seen in the areas below. And through these examples, we can clearly see why it's important. Thank you. Oh my God, that's horrible.